You'd honestly be amazed at how often the blueprints of our ancestors play a role in who we are today and what we do. One of the things that I highly recommend to some of my clients, especially the couples that are trying to just either come together or even reconcile and rebuild after some type of broken trust, is really do some research or reflection on your great-grandparents, and if you don't know them, your grandparents, and understand how they were raised, their pet peeves, their beliefs, things like that, and then how they raised your parents and how your parents interacted with one another, and then what that taught you, and what was laid at the foundation of your blueprints and what you believed and what you thought of, and pet peeves and things like this, and really go back and not only reflect for yourself, but share this with your partner, share this with your spouse, share this with your significant other. Like, for instance, perfect example, my great-grandfather, long story short, my great-grandfather worked on the railways, and somebody else that was supposed to be watching the trains was drinking, because they had really no regulations back then, and he was cut in half by a train. And so because of that, my grandfather had to be pulled out of school, go into the workforce, full-time to take care of his mother and his 6 sisters, or 5 sisters. So because of that, my grandfather, quote, his life was stolen from him, and he had to take care of these women around him. Because of that, he had some animosity towards women, and it showed when he married my grandmother. And when my father was born, my father witnessed a lot of animosity from my grandfather to my grandmother. And I'm not trying to excuse, justify, rationalize anything. I'm just giving context for understanding. And so when my father got that as an example from his father, because, his father had to be pulled out of school and his life had to be completely altered, my father tried to, talk to my mother disrespectfully at times, and my mother was an old-fashioned Italian woman. You are not going to talk to her in any way, shape, or form disrespectfully. And so then I was raised in a house, with those examples. And so I have to look at all of that. I have to look at all of that and say, what did I take from that? What are my beliefs? What are my examples? And see how does this affect my current marriage? So, or relationship, current marriage. Hopefully it's my only marriage. But anyway, so this is what I mean. And then have that discussion with your partner, with your spouse, about, hey, this is what my parents believed, and that was based on, their parents who, maybe got it from their parents and whatever. If nothing else, if nothing changes whatsoever, and hopefully some things do tweak or change, but even if nothing changes, you both come to the table with more of an understanding of why you tick the way you do.